It was an early day for us. We had to wake up at 7 a.m. to catch the reef magic, which takes us to the Great Barrier Reef. The 90-minute boat ride was long enough for my photographer Joe Tremulo and I to take up an introduction to scuba diving course. I'm a huge fan of snorkeling and I knew it was something I was up for doing. But when we were told that we could take the introduction class, we knew it would be great to tell our friends and family on Guam that we scuba dived at the Great Barrier Reef. Just food for thought though, the Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef in the world and is located parallel to the coast of Queensland, Australia. It also happens to be one of 7 wonders of the world and is listed by the World Heritage Trust as a protected site and is managed by the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority to ensure the beauty is maintained for sightseers. We are among millions of visitors who visit the site, which to me is one of the greatest pristine waters I've ever seen. Marine naturalist Kieran McClay says the Great Barrier Reef has a whole array of marine life that you probably can't see anywhere else around the world.
It's a beautiful place. We've got quite a diverse couple of ecosystems out here, both a nice 20-metre drop-off wall with lots of deep ocean currents coming across it and a shallow sheltered lagoon side as well, which offers a bit more protection to those who aren't so confident in the water as well.
While the world has been going through global warming caused by changes in the environment, McClay says the Great Barrier Reef is important because it acts as an indicator showing where the world is going in terms of pollution and other things that are creating changes in the environment. Because the reef is extremely old, it's also a very fragile ecosystem that could be easily damaged.
It's very fragile, it's very easily affected by pollutants and things like that, but I guess what's good about Moore Reef and where we're at today is that we're 60 kilometres out at sea, but we're still in nice shallow water that supports coral growth. 60 kilometres away from land means that we're 6 kilometres away from pollutants that come with river systems and things like that, fertiliser from farms. We're kind of removed from that and isolated in its very own ecosystem.
The Great Barrier Reef makes up a huge area full of marine life. Some of the different species of fish are being discovered each day.
There's over 2,000 reefs. It stretches right from Bundaberg down south of Queensland, right up into parts of the Torres Strait and even into parts of Papua New Guinea. So it's over 2,000 kilometres long.
There are over 3,000 species of fish and marine life in the ocean. If you're lucky, you could catch dolphins, manta rays, turtles, whales, and even large sharks just roaming the waters during your scuba dive adventure.
Reef Magic, we've got 15 years experience on the Great Barrier Reef. We have some great team of professionals out here. We've been coming out for a long time and getting people who are unfamiliar with the reef environment into the water and swimming and experiencing it like we do every day is kind of our specialty. For those who are a bit more experienced, if you're a certified diver, we've got some of the best dives that you'll ever do out here on the Barrier Reef. We're right next to a trench that's over 2,000 metres deep. And that beautiful fresh clear water coming across our little patch of reef here provides a real vast array of life and supports some really spectacular coral growth as well.
Tourism is now the largest commercial activity at the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. The marine tourism industry happens to be a major contributor to the local and Australian economies. According to statistics, about 1.6 million tourists visit the area each year and have remained static since the mid-1990s. It's definitely one of the areas you should visit when you plan your next visit to Cairns, Australia. After a long day out in the sun, we headed back to the boat and checked into the Insana Spa at Palm Cove. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we introduce you to jungle surfing. If you don't know what that is, here's a sneak peek. You really don't want to miss it. Reporting from Australia for Guam's News Network, I'm Michelle Cadahy.